Hi Virgo, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Virgo, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they can speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week this week, you have the Tower card. All right, so I think it was Cancer already. Gemini, interestingly enough, also had this card as their key to the week. Now, why is that important? Because you and Gemini share a ruler in Mercury. Mercury is actually in your sign at this moment in time, which suggests to me that this is likely to be something that happens on the wider world stage. It's probably going to be something to do with technology, and it may very well have something to do with the financial industry as well. I have advised some of the signs, not all, but some of them to have a little wad of cash set aside just in case for any reason you can't get hold of any. All right, I know I sound like a doomsdayer and I'm sorry, but you know, it's always good to be prepared. At best, you will just have extra cash in your wallet. At worst, you will have access to what you already need. Okay, so hey, that being said, this could also be a powerful week of big realizations in all of these different key areas of your life over the course of this week. Pay attention to what comes up, because even if it is disruptive or destabilizing, it could also be very liberating for you in some way. All right, if you are a key to the week, if you are a continued subby, you know, Rafi Lusher, if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. For your actions and options, you've got the Five of Swords. Look, that's going to be a bust up. All right, there's no easy way to say it. The Tower card coupled with the Five of Swords, it can be a little bit terse, and because the actions and options is the Five of Swords, this is likely to be an argument or a bone that you have to pick with someone, and it's like you're not holding back on this. It may be something that you've bitten your tongue on, and you've bitten your tongue, and you've bitten your tongue, and you've bitten your tongue. It's got to the point where you're like, no, you know what? I'm not going to bite my tongue anymore because I'll probably end up biting it off. And also, it's like one of those things where, you know, if you allow someone to keep stepping over a boundary, they'll just ignore it, right? Until you actually enforce it. And I kind of feel like for a lot of you this week, you're just kind of getting into that space where it's like, no, I'm going to have to say something now. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Six of Pentacles. This may have something to do with money. It might have something to do with the give and take of things as well. Likely this week, some of you are going to spot something that has become a bit of a trend, maybe something that you see as actually very unfair. Maybe, as an example, just an example, maybe this is, you've got that one friend who always says, oh, you know, come on, let's go out for dinner. But they never seem to have their wallet, you know, like, or, you know, they'll suggest to, you know, let's do this. And it's like, you know, they'll sort themselves out, but they won't even worry about what you're doing, you know, or if you're covered or anything like that. So it's like you're spotting something that's really unfair this week and you're calling it out. Nothing wrong with that. For those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, it's funny because I think this same combination came up for Gemini actually. And the message that I gave to them was, if you're studying, this could be a loan, a grant or a bursary, or some sort of funding that you know usually comes. There might be a disruption or a delay to it, or maybe you're having to seek another way to get the funding or the money that you need. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, there could be conversations around pay. There could be a pay dispute this week. So maybe you're saying to your boss, you know, considering the amount that I carry here, considering the amount that I do, things are very unfairly stacked. This is you being really honest and really open about how you feel. And it's because something has gone too far. It's like, no, you know what? I constantly show up. Why am I not being rewarded for it? For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, The weird thing is, I feel like that if you have employees, I feel like this is a disgruntled employee. I feel like this is someone saying, oh, you know, you don't pay me enough for what I do, or, maybe you work with a freelancer and there's some sort of issue here where they think they should be paid more than what they're currently getting. And it could lead to an argument, and it might be that you've been more than fair with this person, and this is kind of the straw that breaks the camel's back, where you just kind of go in and say, no, listen, you know what, I'm more than fair with you, sort it out. For those of you that are, come on brain, retired and no longer working, with your Six of Pentacles and the Tower, I almost want to say to you, this is like where you spot something financially, maybe that a partner is being taken advantage of, maybe that one of your kids or your grandkids, it's like you see something and you're like, that is not cool, and you're on the war path because of it. There's something here that is off kilter, out of balance, very unfair, and you're calling it as you see it this week. For your love and relations, you've got the Three of Swords. Ooh, okay, so the Three of Swords and the Tower. For a select few of you, if you know you're in a partnership or relationship that has already been very heavily on the rocks, this could be the final blow, all right? Doesn't have to be, but it could be. For those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments that are happy and stable, there's something here. Maybe this is something that you see that a partner has been dealing with, that they've tried to deal with on their own. You catch wind of it and you're like, yeah, that's not cool. You know what, and you go in to defend your partner, to stand with them, to say, look, you're not on your own with this. Either which way, there is a harsh conversation coming within a relationship this week. For those of you that are single, honestly, this is not really a week for love. This is not a week to get tangled into anything. To be honest with you, you just have too much going on here anyway. I would probably steer clear. For your money and materials, you've got the Lovers card. So what do we see here? The Lovers card is the number 6. The Six of Pentacles is also the number 6. 2 6s represents balance or irritability. I think we can go with which one it is. However, the balance will come in this week, is the Lovers card suggests that when it comes to money, materials and resources, your finances, you're making a decision, potentially with another person or on behalf of another person, around finances and communication. So I don't know why, but I feel like maybe some of you are going to catch somebody being maybe not financially abused, but certainly taken advantage of in some regard. And I think you're going to call it like you see it this week. And that could be the thing that kind of, makes things a little bit terse. For your physical health and vitality, this is your arms, your hands and your fingers. Because you've got so many, like you've got 2 swords cards here, you've got the Tower card, and then you've got the Lovers card in the body. I touch wood, I hope I'm wrong, but please, please, please be careful with your fingers, your hands, your wrists, your arms, your whole upper extremities, all right? Like, if you're going out, shut the door behind you, close the cupboard, like anywhere that you could get your fingers caught in something, just close it first time. Don't leave it open. This is not a week to take risks with your hands, your arms, your fingers, all of that kind of stuff, okay? I cancel any of that out from happening to any of you, but please do be mindful. It is a prediction. It is a possibility with this combination of cards. When it comes to your home and environment as well, this is your... the Lovers card tends to bring harmony and balance, but it also tends to bring choices, and potentially challenging choices at that. For some of you, this may even be that you end up like a move is initiated on your behalf. Maybe you didn't necessarily want this. Maybe you didn't want to move home. Maybe this has really sped up your plans. Maybe it's changed your plans, but it looks like a lot of you, this could be a week that spells a move in the future. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Have an interesting week. It looks like you will. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.